Welcome back, everybody. What's good? What's this? Today is November 20th, Thanksgiving week. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there before Thursday comes around. In case I forget, so to all my brothers, happy Thanksgiving to you guys before it comes up. And, happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. I hope y'all have a blessed and wonderful Thanksgiving with friends and family, however you guys decide to do that. First off.
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving, folks.
Happy holidays.
Yes,
Happy holidays.
Indeed. Secondly, we had a Thursday victory over the excuse-making Cincinnati Bengals. So shots up for that. Shots up for that to the excuse-making Bengals. This one's for you. What's the name? Pratt? Brat?
Jermaine Pratt.
Jermaine Brat. Jermaine Brat. This is for you.
Jermaine Brat.
Pour some out for Joe Burrow.
Pour it out in my throat. That's what we're gonna do. Pour it out in my throat for Joe Burrow. So, how was your week? Other than what went on Thursday? Because Thursday was a roller coaster. It really was a roller coaster for me. The ups and downs of the game. It was. I ain't gonna say it was sad, but it was disappointing at first, and then it was like we got our stuff together and kind of got rolling. And but I'm happy. I'm happy with the outcome. Happy with the way it ended up shaping itself out. And I hope we kind of found our way, and that's gonna lead us into, next Sunday night's game and then the bye week and doing some other things. I hate that what happened to Mark happened. I think we'll talk about Mark and Logan Wilson and his stuff, throughout the show. But just overall general purpose before we get into the details. How do you guys feel about the game?
So I'm like you, Coach. I was very disappointed in the beginning. Had mixed feelings by the end. Like they looked better, right? But obviously when somebody like Joe Burrow goes out the game, it affects everything for the other team, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to see what it would have been like to be challenged all the way through, because they put up points on us, and there's a point where we kind of stalled out. But football's 4 quarters, so I wanted to see if we were going to be able to respond, and respond to another team putting up points against us, mm-hmm. right? Because that's going to be the challenge that we're going to face down the stretch and going into the playoffs. But I said the second half, we look like we're starting to get some things together. I love how the wide receivers got more involved. So we'll see next week.
Definitely.
Yeah, it was. My bad, Hendo. Go ahead.
You go.
Now, it was weird for me because this was about as comfortable as a watch for me that it has been in a long time watching the Ravens. Usually, I'm not comfortable at all. I don't care what type of lead they get. I'm not comfortable, but I just never felt like they were in any trouble, right? I thought the game would be closer until Burrow went down, but I just felt like they came ready to play. They typically come ready to play these type of games, so I thought that they were headed in the right direction in the game. I mean, divisional games, we saw what happened the week before last. The game we probably should have blown them out, and we saw what happened with that. So divisional games, they're gonna play each other tough. So I expected that, but I felt like they were gonna be game no matter what was thrown at them.
Yeah, I was happy, and I was a little upset. Glad for the win. I knew we were gonna win. We were 7-0 Thursday night games. Cincinnati was 0-14 in road primetime games. So I knew we were gonna win. The only thing that really upset me was they had Joe Mixon out there looking like he was Brian Westbrook.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a common theme though this season. Like, it doesn't matter who it is, unless it's just one of those blowout games. But if the score is close or somewhat close, running backs could go off on the Ravens. We
Yeah.
saw it with the Cardinals, we saw it last week with the Browns, and we saw it this week with Joe Mixon, where the Bengals haven't been able to run the ball all year. Ravens come into town, and they're able to run the ball. And I saw Harbaugh said that he's not worried about the run game because that's what they lean on, that's what they emphasize. But I mean, this isn't just a blip on the radar for the schedule. Like this is something that's been a consistent issue. And like I said last week, me and Hendo on the timeline, and we're like, the run game is what's letting the Browns back into this game.
Mm-hmm.
And that's ultimately why they lost, because they could not stop the run, and it opened up everything else. So that's going to be an issue going forward, because teams are starting to take notice of it and starting to exploit it. So that's something that they really need to clean up going forward.
Yeah, I thought it was a decent game. I didn't think they played their best, obviously. Like Jose said, I thought on offense it was nice to see some other guys get involved in making kind of big plays. Hopefully they can continue that trend moving forward. The defense, and the offensive line were a bit concerning. I mean, not the offensive line, we know they suck, but the defense was a bit concerning. But I'm hopeful that was just kind of a a blip kind of thing. But like Chris said, it hasn't been up to this point, so we'll see. But they have some time to get that worked out, because I don't really think that I can't see them losing to the Chargers really, and then they've got their bye week, so hopefully they can get things back on track on that side.
Yeah, definitely got that bye week coming after a 10-day rest, the Chargers, then the bye week. So hopefully we can get through that Chargers game fairly healthy, and any little nicks and bruises, with the exception of Mark, we can get healthy and get ready for that stretch run. I thought the presser today was fairly upbeat. John wasn't his normal buttholish self today. He pretty much answered all the questions. He didn't deflect on, for the most part, anything. So I guess you can kind of take that for what it's worth and whatnot. So maybe there was a light atmosphere at the press conference today. But before we get into the particulars of the game, I'm gonna send a few shout outs in the chat box, and say hi to a few people that's coming through, and then we'll get into the details of the game. So Brandon Bazel was first. So what up, B? Appreciate you for coming through. Clot's in the building. Appreciate you, Clot, for always coming through.
Salute
to you, Jared, for coming through. Make sure you go subscribe to Jared's Southern Baller Show, talking a little bit of HBCU football and just college football in general. Rico, what up, Rico? I think that's what you got right there. Jay the Six, appreciate you, Jay. Jay always coming through. Blackula. Oh, we got a super chat from Chris Earl. Appreciate the dudes, Chris Earl. I don't see a message from you, Chris. So if you got a message, put it in there and let me know, and I'll read that. Appreciate it. Who else we got new? Now I always see this, but I never know how to say it. So I'm just gonna say Zach. Happy Thanksgiving, Zach.
Well, he says it's called MJ. I asked him the same thing.
Okay. Appreciate it, MJ. What up, Big Reg? What up?
Boop.
What up, Yolanda? Appreciate you for coming through. Appreciate it. And Easy E say, get your brooms. So we definitely swept those guys up out of here. But let's kind of dive into the particulars of the game. And we normally start on defense, and we have been doing the defense first, and we'll stay on that side. And I have been kind of talking about, doing the PFF stats. So I tried to be a little bit of proactive today, since I didn't have to work. I got the stats ready for us today, so we ain't got to kind of read them off. We got them up here. So I think, you guys can see that, right?
Yes.
Let's start with the DBs, and we'll start with one on Marcus. He had a 78. Jay Loma Davis had 11 snaps with a 77. Kyle Hamilton had a 72. Ronald Darby had a 75. Hendo, what school is he from?
Florida State University.
Okay, Geno Stone had 72. Who else we looking at? Marlette had a 66. What school is he from? Not Florida State University. That's what I want you to say. Okay.
School of Hard Knocks.
Brandon Stevens had a 56, which I don't really see that because even though he had a good game versus probably one of the best receivers in the game, so I don't see that 56, but okay. And Rocky Sin, who is Boo Boo Juice, had a 35.
Just as good as Roquan, apparently.
Oh,
according to some folks. According to some folks. Go ahead. But that PFF and some other folks, but go ahead. We'll get the Roquan when we get to him. But DBs, I was impressed with Brandon Stevens and the ability of those guys to, whether Joe Burrow was in there or Browning, to stop. I ain't gonna say stop, to contain Chase, because you just get the ball in Chase's area, he normally go gets it, and this man was pretty much a non-factor in the game. So I don't really have and this Kyle, man, I'm gonna go on a limb and say this, and some people can agree with me, some people cannot agree with me, but I think Kyle Hamilton is the best player on our defense. And I people may think I'm crazy or call me stupid or whatever, but based off versatility and production, like together, I think Kyle Hamilton is the best player on our defense.
I don't know. I have to think about that. I'm not going to disagree with you. I never looked at it that way.
That's disrespectful to Brent Urban, but I.
I think that it's not as outlandish as it may sound. Obviously Roquan is a big name there, and Patrick Queen and all that, but Kyle Hamilton was the top safety prospect in that class for a reason. We kind of expected him to be a great player. I wanted Baltimore to go a different direction just because.
Favorite conglomerate.
Salute.
But just because of the position he plays, but I mean he was a great prospect. We expected him to be a great player, and he's on that track.
Yeah, that's not too but my bad, Hendo.
You good, bro? You good?
It's not too crazy, Coach. I think, like you said, his versatility is one thing that sticks out with him. Yeah, I mean, you can put him anywhere out there basically, and he making plays. So it's not as crazy as a statement as it may sound. Now you're gonna have that one person, all right? You and I tomorrow. You know how we do. We'll see it. We'll see a comment, and you and I tomorrow will have to handle that because it's gonna be one person that says, "Oh, y'all da 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 da," but it's not as crazy as it sounds.
It's always one.
Always one.
Am I that one?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's never you. It's never
okay.
you.
I'm just saying, right? I'm about you didn't hear what I was about to say yet, Coach.
Oh, it might be you then. Go ahead.
Nah, I'm just playing. Listen, in actuality, for real, I was actually thinking about that in the middle of last week. Was Kyle Hamilton our best player? And between him and Roquan, I'll say he's up there, but I will say this: Kyle Hamilton is our most consistent. Game in and game out, I think he is the most consistent across the board. Even as great as Roquan has been, there are some games like that 21 tackle game where you just really didn't see him. But Kyle is consistently out there making plays.
Even if I'm wrong, Hendo, that might be a better statement than what I said. That's more consistent.
I want to give a shout out to Marcus Williams though, because he's nowhere near 100%, but he's still playing well with one hand. And that's why they're letting him go out there and play, because they understand the impact that he has. And he made a big third down play. And that was it the first quarter or first half, which normally I think would have been an interception, right? But the fact that he can kind of read the quarterback the way he does, just has that instinct. That's why he still gets the nod over Geno Stone, who's having an excellent year.
Well, he's not getting it over Geno Stone. They're playing together.
Yeah, but usually he's out there starting. He's out there starting over Geno. Like Geno gets playing time, right? But it's usually Marcus Williams that's out there starting.
61-40. Okay, yeah. So, but most of the time. So yes, you're right. Marcus is starting.
Like technically,
yeah. Technically it's start, but most of the time, this is the lineup. It's Geno and Marcus deep. Kyle's in the box.
Gotcha.
And then you got your two backers and whatever four defensive linemen they decide to throw out there. But his main lineup is Kyle, Geno, and Marcus in the game at the same time, which is part of the issue why we can't stop the run at times. But that's our best issue. But that's a different topic for a different day.
Right.
But that's our best 11 guys on the field. Because if you throw another linebacker in there, it takes away. It's just Kyle makes it all work because of what he does. And that's kind of why I made the statement I made, because he do so much at the line of scrimmage, in space, blitzing, coverage. He just do. And I said that because of his versatility, not because he's the best coverage guy or he's the best tackler or he's the best blitzer. Just because he do so much, and what he does allows Mike to do what he does. If Kyle wasn't out there, Mike would have to change the way he called games, because nobody else can do. Like Mollett can't go in there and do what Kyle does. Worley can't go in there and do what Kyle does. You can't drop Geno in a box and do what Kyle does. So Kyle being out there allows Mike to just create.
Is the queen on the chessboard? That's what it is.
That's the great analogy, Chris. That's a great analogy.
Why is Rocky Sin playing more than my guy Arthur Millette?
Rocky Sin is trash, man. He's certified. He's certified. Like somebody made a good play in the backfield and forced. I don't know if it was Burrow to throw it or Browning, but because he was out of position, he gets a PI and negates a huge play. And then early in the week, like he's guarding somebody there, and man, the guy he guards obviously cracks. He don't feel on the crack. He chases the man, sees the crack, and allows somebody to get on the edge. It's fundamental stuff, man. He just, give me Juice Man back, man. Fuck.
Yeah, he's been in the league. He's been in the league way too long to be making those kind of mistakes, because that third down penalty, like that's something you would see from a rookie,
right?
Not somebody that's been in the league for that long. And he got benched. They said Jalen Lamar Davis,
right?
Take the gauze off. Come on, let's go. Go win the game.
Take the what off?
The gauze. He's always injured. So and I thought he had a couple good plays there too. There was one at the line of scrimmage where he ran up and blew up the screen. So if we seen Brandon Stevens develop, maybe they could get something out of Jalen Lamar Davis too.
Mm-hmm. And what's anybody heard anything about Pepe?
I think Harbaugh said something last week that he's close to coming back too. That they're gonna make a decision on him. Okay. When he spoke about Tyus, he spoke about Tyus and he talked about Pepe.
What do you say about Tyus?
The same thing that he always says, that it's a delicate situation right now, and he's working his way through it.
Is the man on life support? I don't understand what's going on here.
Nah, I seen him on somebody's podcast looking fine.
It's not injuries. It's philosophical differences about the training staff and how he wasn't ready to come back, but the training staff was like, "Yeah, you okay?" And with everything that happened with Steve Saunders, they kind of at odds with one another.
Gotcha. Should be sent to Alcatraz with Logan Wilson.
I don't know if you saw.
Salute, Marco G.
I don't know if you heard John Harbaugh's press conference yesterday, but he said Pepe was suffering from never coming off IR-itis.
Yeah, that's a severe disease.
Yeah, his whole career.
I'm with Chris Earl though. Shouldn't Ardarius be, close to back?
No, I think he's done for the year.
Yeah, I think he's done for the year.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think his IR was like the year IR.
Oh, he was that. He done IR.
Okay. He had the real IR.
Yeah, he got the capital I and R.
another cat that was playing well before he went down.
He was. So as for a secondary, I'm with you, Chris. Every time we talk about secondary, I'm amazed that Brandon Stevens is still that dude.
It's crazy. It's like you're waiting for him to mess up, because we've been we've seen him mess up so much, not mess up, but he'll be right there for a play and just miss it. And we're used to seeing that from him, and this year it just hasn't come. And it's like, all right, is this real? Is it for real? Like it's kind of like imposter syndrome a little bit when it comes to him. But he's been holding up, more than holding up. I mean, he's doing his thing.
I think it has more to do with letting him play one position
Mm-hmm.
instead of keep jumping him back and forth between safety and corner. Letting him play that one and learn as he goes. He's getting better and better.
Yeah.
The one thing about him,
screaming for that, Hendo.
Yeah.
You know.
The one thing he never lacked confidence. He just lacked a little bit of playing ability.
Technique.
Now his playing ability is matching his confidence. So it's a pretty sight to see it all meshing together, because you know how he would do. He would make one play out of 50 and be like, now he actually locking in. So yeah, man, B. Stevens, look, I'm this grade is crazy. I don't know if they holding against him. I know that late touchdown that Chase scored. I mean, I'm sure they kind of hold that against him. But other than that, he had Chase on lock.
Mm-hmm.
And Chase was on lock when Burrow was playing. So before y'all go there, he was locked down before that.
Yep. Yeah, Burrow played a whole half. And then in the first game, he played the whole game. He didn't get hurt until the end of the game. So I don't want to hear all of that stuff.
Yeah, well, they really can't say that, because aside from his 212-yard game against Marlon Humphrey, ever since that one game, he's done nothing against us.
Right. Yep. He's done nothing against Mike McDonald.
That's true.
Right. True.
He had that explosion versus Wink and blitz heavy, Nutso.
That's right.
Blitz heavy man coverage. That's what he had. He's done. I ain't gonna say nothing, but he's done.
No, coach. He's
very
done
little.
He's
Mike McDonald.
Nothing.
And those were backups and third stringers in there.
Right.
Yeah.
That
what
was
did Wink say?
Marlon and a bunch of backups.
What did Wink call them? He called them like the DoorDash drivers.
Marlon said after that game, he said that's never going to happen again. They couldn't wait to play Joe Burrow again after that.
Yep. So here's what it is. Let's slide down to the LBs. Obviously we'll start at the bottom. Roquan's a 35-4. He had 10 or 11 tackles, so I don't know what the thing is. I probably should have kept the whole shield then. Try to figure out why he's a 35-4. That just gives a bunch of haters ammo. Quincy. But I mess with Quincy. I like Quincy. Quincy helps me out a lot, so I ain't gonna he stood on his ground. He don't like, he thinks Roquan's overpaid. He stood on it. But Quincy a good dude with me. Is them Cincinnati cats I don't really rock with. And then where's Queen? Queen is a 53. So according to PFF, all linebackers play bad. But Queen had 11 tackles, and Roquan had 10. I didn't see him playing bad. I didn't see a lot of missed tackles. I just didn't see this Queen's grace.
But what you did see was Joe Mixon getting loose in the pass game a bit, until Burrow got hurt, and you saw the Bengals run for 136 yards at 5.9 a carry. So that doesn't happen if everybody's playing well.
Mm-hmm.
But I think 35 is a little excessive.
Yeah, I don't think they're playing that bad. No, but run stopping, they're just. I mean, that's the whole defense not doing that.
Mm-hmm. Right. And I think that's more. I ain't gonna say it's more to do with the linebackers, but that has to do with the linebackers and the front four. That's a combination of both of them.
Yeah.
So if their grade is bad, the front four grade should be bad too. But I hadn't looked at them yet. I just cut and pasted and saved it so I can bring it here.
Yeah. I mean, I don't remember Roquan doing that bad. I know Queen gave up a couple of pass receptions, but I think this has more to do with all of us putting stock in the PFF.
Mm-hmm.
We know that they.
Well, we don't really put it in. I just.
I mean, not you, coach.
Shits and giggles.
Not you, coach. There's people out there that take this as the Bible. So
yeah, they are. You're right.
I don't pay them.
I'll say this though. I like that grade from Malik Harrison. He didn't get enough stats in my opinion. Like he can stop. He can help support the run.
Mm-hmm.
Coach said it last week.
Did you see the short I threw up today?
No.
I threw up a short today against of him setting the edge. He took whoever their edge tackle or tight end was, and basically stood them up, pushed them back so much that the running back had to cut inside, and the linebackers were there to make the tackle, and he fell in on the tackle. He can set the edge. I don't think he can rush the passer. That's why he don't play as much.
Right.
But on first downs, he can set the edge. Like
Yep.
just when they get in pass rush situations, I don't know if he can rush the passer, but when we be dropping Owe out, if he's the guy that you want to drop out in them situations, he can do that because he's athletic enough to do that. So he deserves more snaps.
So do we re-sign him?
I don't know.
Yeah, if you want to come back for $40,000 a year, yeah.
I don't know. Because I mean, you got position versatility with him because you can put him on the edge and you can push. Ooh,
Look, he can help us out right now. Okay.
yes.
Right now. Okay.
Because he can do what Tyson was doing.
To an extent,
You know, Tyus can do what Tyus was doing, and I'm assuming someday he'll be back.
We
Now,
doing what
Ravens-
Ty's doing.
We'll be back with the Ravens.
Yeah.
All us doing what all us got the same amount of sex as Ty's got.
Yeah, but we're not going to get that ring that Tyus going to get, though.
Tyus would.
Hendo got one.
Hendo ain't got no goddamn ring, coach. I don't know.
I think Tyus would be a
Like
huge boost for
Thanos.
this defense.
Oh,
Pause.
awesome.
If Tyus can come back, that'll help a lot.
It would. It really would.
If y'all don't hit that like button, we're
But
gonna have an
it's,
altercation.
Uh-oh.
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 Hit that like button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. We have goals over here. Okay, we try and get Coach to 10,000 subscribers. So if you haven't hit the subscribe button, go ahead and do that real quick and tell your friends and loved ones to subscribe.
Hey, go ahead and share it too while you're there. Go ahead and share it. If you got social media, go ahead and hit that share button.
That's right.
What do we think about Tavius?
You got his first sack. You got his first sack.
I'm gonna say this. I don't like that kid. It's like, I'm not playing. I'm just playing. Listen, I'm gonna say this. So, Coach's favorite player, I will say this: he's had consecutive good weeks. This last week, he stacked some plays on some plays. He made some plays, and even the sack that he had, it was a good pass rush move. Like it was good. So Coach now has a reason to justify his player.
Why he gotta be my favorite player? I don't even like Ole Miss.
I know, because even ever since the
The
draft,
only player I even like from Ole Miss is
you
AJ
sure?
Brown. I mean, and I like Mingo a little bit.
Yeah. You sure? You
I knew you was gonna say. That's why I knew you was gonna say so. I like Mingo a little bit.
Oh, now it's a little bit because before the season started, he was the steal of the draft.
No, the steal of the
We were
draft
talking about
was-
Carolina.
Well, okay. Stop bringing up old stuff. Stop bringing up old stuff. You got receipt. You got too many receipts over there. I'm trying to get these people their points. Okay, now I gave y'all your points. 50 points. Hit the like button so we can get more points going over here. All right, now I'm back. All right. But yeah, I don't even like Ole Miss, but he did I mean, if he can get to 5 sacks, if he can get to 4 sacks, that's a plus. Because I expect him to do Jack. You know what?
facts.
Yeah,
Jack, you know what?
he's progressing. Like
Yeah.
I like what I'm seeing with him. Like as far as progress is concerned, because like you, my expectations were not high for him because I thought he had a ways to go. But this in-season development that I'm seeing with him, like I like where he's going. Because remember, earlier in the season, he was looking like dog shit trying to set the edge.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's holding up now. Now he's not like a puppy, where you dangle something in front of the puppy's face, he's just going to be looking at it the whole time and running to it. Now he's not falling for that now. Not falling for the banana in the tailpipe. He's starting to be disciplined. So and it's paying off. He got his first sack. So hopefully he could keep stacking up and progressing and heading in the right direction.
Thanks.
So what I will say is I didn't know much about this guy before he got there, but I'm really becoming a firm believer in Dr. Rush. That's who I'm becoming a believer in.
Who's Dr. Rush?
He's the
Chuck
defensive,
Smith.
the defensive ends guy.
Oh,
He's
okay.
always them coach. Light-skinned guy that coaches the outside linebackers or the defensive ends, one of the two. They the same position to me. And he, always looks better. Robinson has developed more. Van Noy I've never seen Van Noy look the way he looks now. Clowney looks rejuvenated. I don't know how much he works with Matabike and them, but he's supposed to be a pass rush specialist, so I'm assuming he helps with them too. We lead the league in sacks.
Facts.
Yeah.
And I responded to a comment in my, I don't forget what video it was, that's saying that we not getting pass rush or something like that. And I had to reply, I'm like, bro, what more can you ask for? We're leading the league in sacks. And it ain't like Queen and Roquan got a bunch of sacks.
Yeah.
The sacks are coming from the front four. Matabike damn near 10.
Yep.
Yeah.
I had no idea who Dr. Rush is before he got here. I had no faith in Oway. None of us had faith in Oway. I ain't think Matabike would be close to 10.
Speak for yourself, guys. I've been saying Oway is on his way to 42.5 sacks.
You did. And this is exactly what the Ravens have been trying to get on that side of the ball. They don't want to pay edge rushers. They want to be able to get it done without spending money there and put money in the secondary. And right now they're doing that. Kyle Van Noy. This is going to be his best season in terms of sacks, right? They got him off the street. They love pointing that out. And Tyus Bowser is not even playing, and we've already forgotten about him. No, this is working out great for them.
Hey, look, to your point, Jose, and I'm not trying to be Debbie Downer, but yeah, they like to say that they got him off the street. But if you look at him and Jadeveon Clowney, they waited till the last minute. If another team had offered them something, we would be without both of them. So let's not.
Yeah, we'd be in trouble.
Right. Let's not act.
They called Van Noy back, Hendo. He was there for a visit, and they let him go home.
So let's not act like they just went out there and was like, I see something in you. Come on in. It's just that they really had no other offers from other
Clowney
teams.
too, right? Clowney came.
Both of them. Both.
Clowney went. Sure did.
He came in town and then
sure did. But I'm glad we got both of them because they are
Thank
balling.
Thank goodness.
Dr. Rush, he gonna take somebody's spot next year because he's the outside linebacker coach right now.
Something like that. I don't know if it's defensive. Are they the same position to me? Defensive line, outside linebacker, same position to me.
I think that's his technical or his title.
His official title.
Yeah.
Well, then you go ahead and give him a raise right now. Keep him.
Yeah, they're gonna get he take something different.
All right, let's kind of slide down to those to that position since we talking about it. Let me see if I can keep that up. If I can work this. Nope, that ain't work. I'm bad. Get everybody back. Pressing the wrong buttons. There it is. Had to figure out which one it was. So defensive front. We got Matabike with a 75.6. Malik Harrison with a 71.8 with only 11 snaps. That's a crying shame.
Yeah.
Tavius Robinson with 23 snaps with a 67. Brent Urban 26 snaps. Brent Urban has some decent plays in there. Oway 35 snaps, 62. Clowney 29 snaps, 59. Pierce 32 snaps, 58. Who else we got? Van Noy 24 snaps, 55. Travis Jones 45 with 29 snaps, and that's about it. But what I do like about that is it's not a ton of snaps on these guys. Nobody's playing the Calais Campbell Iron Man snaps.
Right.
So I do like the rotation, and they all are producing. Now nobody's like, Matabike is technically balling, but nobody's just out there going ape, you know what, and playing this absorbing amount of snaps and gonna be dog tired down the stretch because pretty much everybody's had their bye week. Our guys haven't. They're kind of sort of keeping them fresh, and we should be fresh for that stretch run. Them dog days of the season, this late November, December push, we're gonna have our bye week. We should have fresh legs for the guys that matter, and we need to stop the run when the weather turns. That's when we really need to stop the run when the weather turns. And they're going to be crucial to do that.
Especially Broderick Washington. His legs should be super fresh.
A name I didn't call. Now Harbaugh did downplay the fact that he was a healthy scratch. He said that He said, I'm paraphrasing, because of their offensive philosophy, we felt like the need to be that we didn't use him and he understood or something like that. But when he said that, I've called BS on that instant. Like, Joker, you ain't producing, you ain't doing nothing. And these other cats are, get up out of here. That's what that was.
Right.
To me, that's what I felt.
I don't mean to use such harsh language, but that was malarkey. It sounded like somebody needed a wake up call, and that was it.
Yeah.
Definitely, that's what it was. Because Hendo's favorite guy's been out playing him.
Who?
Hendo.
What favorite guy?
We show you your favorite guy
Who my favorite guy, Coach?
right there.
Travis Jones.
Who?
Coach, that's not saying much, Coach. That ain't saying
that first round pick.
That first round pick.
Mhm.
Listen, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say shout out to Justin Matabike, and we've said this the past year. So he could have been playing like this or close to this his whole career. It's just he wasn't given the opportunity.
Facts.
And now that you put him in and let him do his thing, he has at least a half a sack and I think 7 consecutive games. So he's out there balling. I'm just disappointed in the rest of the group, especially Broderick Washington, because all of last year, unbeknownst to most people, he was our most consistent defender. And he got paid and just fell off a cliff. Now we need these guys to get whatever's ailing them right, because we have Travis Etienne and Austin Eckler coming up 2 out of these next 3 games. So we need them to stop that run or at least help.
I'm worried about CMC coming to town.
Bro, I ain't even thinking that.
Hey. We celebrating today, Mike.
Yeah, we're not talking about that white devil right now.
Not talking about those things right now.
Let's keep that for next holiday.
We ain't even hit Thanksgiving yet. How about Christmas?
Man,
You already firing up the Mariah Carey.
Bruh, I was watching. Jose and I, we was out with some homies. We was watching that game, and I was like, "Shit, we do gotta play him."
No, not him.
We gotta play that game.
Them.
Them.
And he can run to the outside, boy. That's our kryptonite.
Who gonna cover Kittles?
Somebody.
Man, we talking about today.
I'm sorry, Coach. I'm getting Mike. See, Mike, you the guy, man.
My fault.
Brandon, you out there balling, God.
Hey. Focus, fellas.
Okay.
Focus. Lock it back in. Let's go to offense since we trying to get off track. Anybody want to wrap up defense? Anybody got something else to do about defense?
Yeah, when is Sue coming to town? We need
Sue seems to be having too much fun on TikTok with his wife.
At this point, I'm willing to try anything. At this point, the way they looking.
Yeah, because they seem to be having too much fun on TikTok with the I forget the comedian name, but they having fun. So Sue ain't worried about playing on football. Sue's good.
Yeah.
He happy. Ain't he on TV?
No.
I think he had like a cooking show or either a cooking show or something with a bar.
I thought he was doing football.
Yeah, he was.
Was he?
Football, yeah.
I thought he was.
Might be.
I know he gives a lot of financial advice on Twitter.
Oh well, shit, we ain't got money like him.
Yeah.
He can afford to mess up. We can't.
Yeah. Give me your money and tell me what I should do with it.
Right. Right. So exactly. Speaking of, you can on my TV. But let's go to offense. Let me get this going. See if this acts right. Bam. There we go. It acts right. There we go. Yay. Technology. We'll start with Odell at the top, so we'll start with receivers. Odell, 90.3. With throw tigers in that 2. Mark Andrews and his limited snaps, 86.9. Kolar, 12 snaps, 76.3. Zay, 74.3. Nelson Aguilar, 68.8. Rashad Bateman, 58.7. Tylen Wallace, only 3 snaps, which is a travesty, 57.9. And Isaiah Likely in 49 snaps. That's probably the most snaps he's ever played, probably 50.6. I was I liked what we got from our wide receivers and tight ends, especially after Mark went down.
Yeah.
I like what Likely gave us intentionally and unintentionally on Zay's touchdown. I wish the way they were trying to play us, I felt like Zay should have had 13, 14, 15, 20 targets. To me, they were trying to do what the Browns did, and they didn't have the personnel to do it. So right out the gate, we came out with that whip route, and there should have been more stuff like that to get them out of that BS. They didn't have a flying penis that could handle Zay Flowers, and we didn't go back to stuff like that. They should have had 15 targets when they was in that man stuff, because they tried to play man free and put everybody else in the box and stop the run. And they had nobody that could handle Zay. And it was obvious from the first play of the game. But we didn't come back to it, which was part of my early frustration in the game with play calling. But as far as, the receiver play, I ain't mad at it. My dog got his first 100-yard game. And I will say this, like I was watching Bobby's pregame thing before the game come on because I was real antsy. I just needed something to watch. Like, I just needed, because time was going too slow for the game. The game was taking forever to come on, so I just needed something to watch. And Sarah mentioned about like Odell, showing up in big games, and I put out like, this is a big time game. That's what he here for. Like he gonna show up in big time games, and lo and behold, this is like night games, playoff games versus big teams. That's what 3 here for, and he showed up. Whether you hate him or whether you say he too much of a diva or all that good stuff, 3's here for games like Thursday night, and he provided what you paid for. Whether you think he worth $15 million, that's neither here nor there. But big time games, you're gonna get prime time 3, and that's what you got.
Yeah.
Well, if he gives you that in big time games, meaning the 49ers, like you mentioned, going into the playoffs, then he's worth every cent of what you paid him more.
Absolutely.
I agree, B.
Baltimore never had any problems beating teams like, I'd say, but the Detroits and Seattles and whatnot. Like, they're good, solid teams, but they're not real contenders. They have their issues when you get into the playoffs and things tighten up and they really need guys to go out there and make plays just on their own, on their own talent.
Yeah.
And so if Odell can do what he's been doing the last couple of weeks in the playoffs, then yeah, he's worth everything. Zay, I think is providing a lot of what they've been missing. We've been saying that him and Keaton Mitchell, giving those explosive plays that Baltimore's never really had, and giving you guys who can, do something with the ball after they get it. Because that's not, Mark Andrews. That's not really Odell's game anymore necessarily. It is a bit, but not to the extent that it used to be. Bateman, I don't know. Like you're just as likely to, I think, get a touchdown out of Bateman as a drop. So I still want to see more consistency from him, even though I think he does have the talent. But like you said, the only person who I think is getting shortchanged here is Tylen, obviously. That taking them to the next level, you get him a few more snaps. But
finally, B sees the light.
The thing is, like, it's crazy because if you're Munkin and you're Harbaugh and you're looking around, you're like, who are we going to take off the field? And you're like, oh, Isaiah Likely, but they didn't do it. So we'll see.
Yeah. I might. This might have been my favorite group for this game, and unfortunately it took for Mark Andrews to go down for Todd Monken to actually put in some decent plays. And shout out to Odell for getting his first 100-yard game, looking like the number 1 receiver that we paid him to be. But more shout out to Nelson Aguilar. He caught that deflected pass and took it in for a touchdown.
Yes.
If it had been thrown right to him, he'd have dropped it. But, hey,
I don't know why you hating on Aguilar making plays for you this year.
First of all, I said Nelson Aguilar was going to be our top wide receiver. I like Aguilar.
Damn.
But, Zay was doing his thing, and he got screwed out of that touchdown. But I just think that
he got screwed out of that touchdown.
Yes,
it wasn't holding.
That was not holding.
It wasn't really holding.
That was not holding.
It wasn't a hold. It wasn't a hold.
It was
That was a
holding,
great block.
It was holding, but I'm asking Hendo because that was not Hendo's opinion when we were watching it.
No. He did. He had his hands inside
Spill
his
it.
jersey.
Spill it. Spill it.
He had his
B. Let it out, B.
No. He recognized the fact that it
He had
was a
his hands
hole
out of the jersey.
when it happened.
It
He
was
didn't
uh,
have his hand in his jersey. He had his
it was
hand
a
on
hole,
the
but I'm saying
outside.
it didn't impact the play.
Doesn't matter.
It didn't impact the play. But yeah, but to me, more importantly, and even to Rashad Bateman, even though he's not getting the targets or the catches or the yards, he's
Yes,
beating
he
people.
is.
Yeah.
He's getting open. And to Jose's point, Lamar connected on some more passes down the field because he had more opportunity.
Mhm.
Not just that one throw that he missed, and everybody's like, "Oh, he can't throw deep." He had more than one opportunity, and he connected on a few. So, I think that this could be possibly the start of something else. Just as long as Todd Monken does not try to highlight Pat Ricard or Isaiah Likely in the pass game.
Pat Ricard did run a wheel route.
Oh, imagine if that was somebody with speed.
Pat Ricard
Yeah,
did run a wheel route.
I wish that they had given Pat Ricard more touches and that he had ran into Logan Wilson.
That is true. That is true.
Damn, man.
I B, to your point, I feel you. I wish we could have ran fullback belly, and the shit would have opened up for him and Logan Wilson. I wish one play we could have ran fullback belly, and it would have opened up for him and Logan Wilson to see what Logan Wilson would have drop hip tackle Pat Ricard. I really do. The one carry Pat Ricard would have got, I wish he would have stepped through Logan Wilson's esophagus.
Well, apparently we don't do that here in Baltimore, so whatever. That's another issue I have.
Money and protect our own quarterback.
Yeah, where's the get back?
Wait. I will say, not this week, but last week, I saw a side of Ryan that I didn't see. The play he got fined for.
A healthy side?
No, but yeah, he was held in.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
Something had happened, and Ronnie came on the field with malicious intent and knocked somebody out the game.
Oh, Denzel Ward.
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
And at the time, I was like, "That's what I'm talking about, Ronnie." Not knowing that Denzel Ward got knocked out the game for it, and Ronnie in turn got fined for it. I'm like, where this been? By the time somebody followed up the pile, because every other team do it.
You know where it's been, Coach.
In the vault.
Your head coach don't like that.
Well, the NFL don't like it either now because he got fined for it.
You can't do nothing in the NFL.
But what was funny before we get off our receivers is soon when Odell caught the 2 weeks ago when Odell caught the slant and scored and he threw the peace sign up. Soon as he did that, Tyreek Hill was like, "Oh, they're gonna get you, buddy."
Yeah,
they got him.
Yeah, they did.
I got him for 10 stacks.
That's crazy.
10 stacks for doing this.
But this is what upsets me. And Jose and Brodney did a video on is the NFL stealing from his players. Now, I can run down the field wide open and just throw up the peace sign. Nobody around me get fined $10,000. But somebody can go get an interception and you got 11 men running to the end zone and
choreographed celebration.
Right, and it's fine. Like, it makes no sense.
And how disappointing some other teams in AFC have been in along with the roster we have. This is a golden opportunity to win it all this year. Ravens cannot mess this up.
I agree 100%, Marco. G.
100%.
Like I said, maybe 2 years ago or last year, John Harbaugh don't F this up.
EDC too. This is why me and B are so critical of the team and them not making enough moves. Like, don't make just enough, right? Go out there like when your window's open and do everything you can, because you never know. I mean, look, Mark Andrews is down now, right? How's that going to affect us moving forward? Our running backs are looking good right now, but we don't have that guy on the team. I mean, he wasn't there last week when we needed, we needed some clutch yards, right? And crunch time moments. Like, get those difference makers on the team so we can take care of business.
I just had to ask the chat. So y'all, I know y'all hear the messages when they read, right? You're trying to see if the chat hear them too, because I got them coming up my speakers. Because I know they're not gonna play through StreamYard.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to see. Okay. Malik said, yeah, okay. Just check. Because I got them turned all the way up just for that purpose. Just trying to make sure my stuff working right. Cool. All right.
Yeah,
so
it looks like it's coming down to, for me, Baltimore and Kansas City. I mean, Kansas City beating down Philly right now.
I'm watching it, but what's the score? Oh, 17-7.
And they're doing it with defense. They're doing it with defense. Pat Mahomes still interception in the end zone.
I think me and Hendo said that Kansas City is a defensive team now. What that mean? You
They
hit
got a
up?
really good
Yep.
defense.
They are number 4 in
And I
points.
wonder
points per game.
who in Baltimore is going to handle Chris Jones.
Hold on.
John Simpson, but we're gonna talk about him in a little bit.
Kimberly, what are
What's
you
Kimberly
doing?
saying? What Kimberly doing now?
She said, "When do you live stream?" Just curious. What are you talking
were
about?
just-
You're in our live stream every Wednesday.
It's
Hey,
Wednesday
she
evening.
been getting that beat, but I wasn't gonna address it.
Yeah, I
She been getting that beat, but I
she
wasn't gonna
talk-
say nothing.
She been talking about the Panthers this whole
She
time.
been getting that beat, but I wasn't gonna say nothing. If he wasn't gonna say nothing, I wasn't gonna say nothing. But the cat's out the bag now.
I can't hurt my feelings. I know what they are.
The
B,
time hasn't
B
changed.
look, just like this. B knows they're in rebuild and build up mode. So nothing you can say about the Panthers is gonna bother him because he know where they at as a franchise right now.
Facts.
Am I right, B? I ain't.
Mhm.
Don't let me. Okay.
No, absolutely. I didn't watch but 2 quarters of that Dallas game. For what? You know,
For who?
you can't hurt my feelings about a team I've been a fan of for 20-something years that ain't had back-to-back winning seasons. What are you gonna say to me?
So let's go. But anyway, did you answer a question? Wednesday.
Wednesday,
7:15
7:15 p.m. Eastern time.
Can't really know when we stream.
Even if she don't know, the link to their channel is in the description.
Except this Wednesday, it will be a pre-recorded show. Okay, we're gonna premiere it, so it means you can be in the chat. You can talk in the chat. It's not a live show. Last time we did this, everybody was confused. They thought it was a live stream, and they're wondering why we weren't reading any chats. It's there will be a show. It will not be live. It will be pre-recorded. All right.
Now you know. Now you
Yes.
know. All right, let's go to let's see who next. Let's go to the O-line since that's next on the list. Morgan Moses, 80.1. Man, I was glad he was back because I don't not, and I know it's double negative. So I said a double negative so you can feel how much I did not want to see Falele. Morgan Moses was back at 80.1. Who else? Linderbaum at 72.1. Simpson at 66.5. Seiler 60, right? 66.3. And Kari 56.8. Ben Cleveland 51.6. Only 3 snaps. And Ben Cleveland played, just in case you don't know, Ben Cleveland played as like a tight end when we did like a 6 lineman. And I think that's it.
I'd be saying, I want you to know I have a wonderful personality. So, I mean, thank you for the compliment to the Panthers organization.
I think second half and on McCarry played okay. The other 3 guys had a decent game. I still think Simpson sucks to high heavens. And I think this grade does not do him justice because he's always like, if you watch a Ravens game, like if you got 2 screens on your computer and you put a Ravens game on one screen and you put Bongos on the other screen, and Bongos is a video by Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, you'll see Simpson and Meg Thee Stallion doing the same type movements. Or if you put the Ravens game and you put what's the can't even think of another Meg Thee Stallion song right now. If you put them side by side, you'll see Simpson and Meg Thee Stallion doing some of the similar movements. And you tell me if that's football.
My man, stay on the ground.
That's Ravens football.
Always there playing Twister by himself.
What?
After last week when he got a pressure,
a QB hit.
A QB hit.
Yeah. And a pass defense.
Yeah, when he got all of that on one play.
Contain Lamar.
Yeah, he got QB containment.
You might need to try him at defensive tackle.
And he was spying. And he was a spy.
Yeah. Almost confused the defense. They're like, wait a minute.
Yeah, like, hold on. Are we on defense? Coach, your boy did it this week though.
Who?
Zeitler.
He did.
He turned around and gave Lamar a high five and was like, "What we doing?"
Oh, I missed it. I got to go back and find it. I didn't see it.
It's starting to get ridiculous.
I didn't see it.
Ridiculous.
But what Simpson did was it can't be worse than what Simpson did.
No, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad.
Simpson did it and just looking like, hey,
you want me to
what we doing? It's 11 people over here trying to tackle you, but what we doing? So,
What's for dinner? Lamar, what we eating for dinner?
No, Simpson turned around. Hey, where the holes at?
Stop me hitting after the game, bro. I need to know. I got calls.
I'll say this about the O-line. They had their moments during the game. It was bad in the first half and then very up and down in the second half. Just my, from my eyes. They did have some plays where they held up the block really well. They gave Lamar some time in the pocket. I'm sure it stunned me, and it also stunned Lamar. He didn't know what to do. But there needs to be more consistency. What did Kimberly say? I just kidding. Just like to have fun. You guys are awesome. Love all your Thank you. Thank you, Kimberly.
Appreciate it.
Loves all the podcasts.
That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to you, Kimberly. Inconsistent, but I did notice a couple times that the pass protection held up. It shocked me because I've never seen Lamar have a chance to stand in the pocket,
especially on that deep. I think that last deep ball to Odell.
Yeah,
because Odell had like multiple things that he did in that route, and the pass pro was good in that route because he ran a slant, then he took it deep, then he did a post part of it. I mean, a corner part of it, and that was like a 4 or 5 second route, and pass pro held up in it. So, they played well in the second half. Simpson just needs to be more consistent because he do have some highlights. Now I will, I'll be on this case, but like Keaton Mitchell's touchdown, he pancaked the guy. Some goal line stuff, he got some highlights. He's just not consistent enough, no. and none of them are perfect, but he's by far like the worst one by far. Like we have runs in spite of him, not because of him. But he needs a lot more consistency because none of them are perfect. And they all could, you call holding on every play and all that yada yada yada. But he is like he allows people to cross his face more often than not. And like 3 techs and 1 tech be in on the tackle because of him. Because he has the down block and people across his face and be right down the tackle. And they don't necessarily make the tackle, but they got to make an extra move because he didn't allow his guy to get in the hole. Pause. But he just give up too much.
Yeah.
And he was like, and I go back to the beginning of the season, he didn't have competition for that spot. And I don't know if Cleveland would be better than him because he wasn't pushed to know. So
they hand him the spot.
Right. Because the dude he was competing against don't even dress.
Expecting Salah.
Right. So, what up, D Weezy?
Chris Jones got 3 sacks now.
Damn. Anybody else want to talk about the O-line or we want to move on?
No, I'm pretty much echoing what you guys said. They started off shaky, but I thought they settled in really well. Definitely happy to have Morgan Moses back. I think his play this season has been better than last year's.
Yes.
He's been steady. He's not Lane Johnson, but he's been steady, dependable guy right there on the right side. So, major props to him. And I thought after that first quarter, I thought Makari settled in a little bit, and because that first quarter, I was like, oh man, it's gonna be a long night because Hendrickson was just out with bad intentions. But
and he wasn't healthy.
Yeah, so I was happy that they were able to settle in and give Lamar the time that he needed. But like you guys said, it's been inconsistent. It's either good, really good, or it's really bad. Like it's either Lamar has 8 to 9 seconds to throw the ball, or he has 1.9
seconds
to throw the ball. So try to find that steady in between there throughout the whole game.
Right. Hey, Chris, I did tell Brian, you probably didn't see it, but you may be getting a call from Bryce Young.
A call?
Yes, Chris, you may be getting a call from Bryce Young.
For what? Booster seat?
No.
No.
Damn, that's cold blooded.
Too much.
To wonder about these O-line prospects.
Oh, I said evaluate O-line.
I mean, I
You
like.
didn't see my message in the Discord?
Man, I don't even go on Discord.
Oh yeah, I
don't
tagged
even
you.
go
I tagged you saying Bryce Young will be calling you about these O-line prospects.
I don't think he wants to call me because I like Icky a lot. So he might call me and curse me out.
I'm not writing off Icky yet, man. I think once Frank Wright is out of here, and I just think the scheme is all wrong, man. Like these old linemen, even Zavala, like I don't think they're as bad as they've been playing. I mean, look, Zavala didn't help his case yesterday. I'll say that, but we know Taylor Moton has played well at times. And like Icky didn't look this bad last year. I just think the scheme is just all wrong for these players. I think they can do much better under a different coach.
I can agree that. And then Icky's what, year 2?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then Zavala's year 1. So I mean, it takes time sometimes.
No. I thought the O-line was going to be better. Like I really did. I thought the O-line was going to be way better. But like Jose said, that seat is hot. You think they make a move, B?
I mean, God willing. I was kind of hoping for today.
That's what I was thinking.
Maybe they didn't want to overshadow this marquee matchup that we got going on right now. So I'm hoping I wake up tomorrow to some good news. And that's all. It's not that I have anything against Frank Reich. It's just it's not working, and I want to get them a chance to see either Thomas Brown or Avero as a head coach for the rest of the season, and see if there's maybe a possibility of keeping them and the rest of that staff in place. But it's not working with Frank.
No,
gotcha.
That O-line's a disaster, and they're tossing Bryce Young around like a rag doll back there, and it's not fair.
True, I ain't fair to him, but
fair to me, coach.
Technically, he's the one facing the punishment.
I gotta watch it though.
You just emotionally scarred. Bryce Young's physically scarred.
Coach, no back-to-back winning seasons. No back-to-back winning seasons.
Bryce gonna be all right. Bryce gonna be fine.
You can't stop that kind of hurt.
You're right. All right, so we did O-line. We got. Let's see who next. We do running backs. Gus, 75-1 with 25 snaps. Keaton Mitchell, 24 snaps, 73-4, and Justice Hill, 16 snaps with 59-4. So this is where my frustration was. And even though eventually Keaton Mitchell outplayed, Justice Hill and whatnot, but they had Keaton Mitchell doing stuff that I thought was not indicative of what he should be doing. Because your O-line was not doing the greatest. Keaton Mitchell don't have to do gap stuff. Let him do inside zone stuff where he can use his quickness and make a guy miss and hit home run plays. You don't have to run counter and power with Keaton Mitchell. Give him inside zone. Let somebody an outside zone. Let somebody overrun it, overplay it. Let him make somebody be wrong and hit his head on the goalpost. We don't need him bending stuff back because with gap stuff, it has to be blocked right. Inside and outside zone, it don't. Let the defense overrun that crap. Let him bend it back and run for 9 gazillion yards. That's where I got frustrated in the game. And then in the second half, they started letting him run inside zone. He was getting 5-6 yards a pop.
Also, get him more involved in the passing game. Let him be a check down option.
That too.
Lamar. Coach, I think that would open up a lot of things.
That too. I was
ways to
so
give him the ball in
frustrated.
space. Yeah.
Did y'all see how he was running side by side with Zay Flowers down the sideline?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
I was.
And he had the
It was
block. And he had the
Corey
block.
Fulton and Isaac Bruce.
He was.
Yes,
And he made the block. He blocked the dude, didn't ran with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Man, I think
his effort was crazy on that block.
yeah.
Go ahead, no.
Shout out to Pro Bowl consideration, Gus Edwards, my man, second in NFL in touchdowns. But I think I think they did a decent job. But I'm more frustrated with Todd Monken because been saying this all year long. Stick with the plays that work. Stop trying to be cute. If you have plays that keep Mitchell's getting 30 yards a pop on, why are you going away from that? Like, that's just stupid coaching to me, but it is what it is.
You know what I see sometimes with Monken, especially when they're up big. Like when you playing Madden and you're like, let me try this bullshit ass play real quick.
True.
I saw that especially in the Browns game. Like when they were up big, it's like he was just trying stuff, and I think you can't. This is not the preseason. This is not the time to be trying stuff. I don't care how much you're up by, unless it's the fourth quarter with 5 minutes left and you up 4 scores. All right, then try stuff, but
Kelsey,
not in the second
got
quarter.
Drop hit tackle.
Yeah, he did.
Kelsey just got drop hit tackled. Now he's limping off.
Hopefully Taylor Swift could help him.
A bank account can. A bank account can. But go ahead. I'm sorry, Chris.
No, you good. It just that stuff, like piggybacking off what Hendo says, like, go to the bread and butter. Like you don't have to get cute with it. Just if Gus is getting 5 a clip, stay with that. Don't try to cute it up and dress things up. Just keep going. Sometimes you just gotta line it up and just keep playing that AFC North football if it's working.
Mm-hmm.
Problem is, Gus ain't never getting 5 a clip. But I don't know if y'all just saw.
I was about to say the same thing.
Pat Mahomes just overthrew a deep pass by about 7 yards. So we got to stop this and have a conversation about whether or not he can.
I haven't seen it yet. I'm behind. I'm probably about to see it now.
And the dude was open.
I'm probably about to see it now. So give me a second. Y'all continue the conversation. Unless y'all gonna wait on me. I ain't seen it yet.
T Dog X, you wild, bro.
Oh, there it is. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Right. He missed that bad lead.
Sheesh.
But they're not going to talk about They're not going to talk about that, coach. You're not going to see nothing about that.
Put my Keith Lee on. Got it? I saw it. Let's talk about it.
As you can see, I don't have any bags in my hand.
As you can see, 84 don't have any balls in his hand. and the Reed covered his face up like
I'm back on the sideline, which means I overthrew another receiver.
Oh, and you see the punters on the field. I overthrew a receiver. But I mean, it happens. It happens. But the thing is, I bet he probably gonna throw 4 or 5 more deep balls.
Yes.
Because our quarterback probably wouldn't get but one more chance.
But that's the thing, right? So, I mean, we're going to talk about Lamar in a minute, but
I think we threw with running back, so we can go ahead. Anybody else wants to start with running back? We can go with Lamar. Lamar is what his number was. Where is it? I don't even see Lamar's name. 72.8. But go ahead, Jose.
No, just saying. We did a live stream Thursday night. Somebody had pointed out, like, hey, Lamar seems to be getting better with the deep passes. And I'm like, no, he just throwing the ball more, right? Because he missed on a couple early on in the game, right? Typically, we just don't throw them that many down the field. But Mark Andrews went out the game. They opened up the playbook more, and he threw the ball more. So he had more opportunities to hit on that. That's what a lot of these quarterbacks that we perceive to be great at deep passes are able to do. They're able to get multiple opportunities down the field. But if you watch those games, they miss plenty.
And my thing with Lamar is Lamar played okay. He ain't played like he had been playing the month prior to. But like going back and looking at the game, there's some fundamental stuff that he just, if you look at how things are supposed to be done, he kind of breaks those rules because he knows he's way more athletic than the defense.
Yeah. So
there are some plays where the rules of football say he should give the ball to the running back, and he don't. And he still gets yards on it because he's that much more athletic than the defender. But the rules of football say you should hand this ball off and let the running back and O-line do what they do.
But coach,
go ahead.
That's why it's important to get playmakers on the team. If we have Saquon out there, do you think he runs it or do he gives it to Saquon?
That's a great question. I'd probably give it to Saquon.
See what I'm saying? Even Josh Jacobs, like guys that are out there that are proven, that, man, we gotta get the ball in his hands and he can work. I think he trusts them to do something over Justice Hill and Gus Edwards, right? Like
even Keith Mitchell, because the stuff I'm talking about, Keith Mitchell was in the game. Like there's a sequence early in the game before Mark gets hurt. When Keith Mitchell gets in the game, they run counter with Keith Mitchell.
Mhm.
Mark does not get his block, and Keith Mitchell has to cut back and slips and falls. Mark looks to the sidelines like, "What y'all doing?" And I'm thinking to myself, Mark, you the one fucked up.
You're the one that fell.
You didn't get your block. That's why he had to cut back. Then I don't know if it was the play before that or the play after, the inside zone, where Lamar clearly should have handed the ball off and let Keith Mitchell do his thing, but he pulled it and got yardage. Now he got yardage. The defensive end's shoulders were square, and in football you're supposed to give the ball when their shoulders are square. But he pulled it, got around the edge. He got about 6 or 7 yards. And Keith Mitchell probably could have scored, but still he got yardage. So it was not there, here nor there. So I don't know if, like I said, if that's Saquon, he probably give it and just look and watch Saquon do his thing, or Josh Jacobs, or whoever.
Right.
Rules are for the average players, the common players, not for the special players. The special players do what they want to do because they know what they can do. Rules are for Gus Edwards.
Yeah.
That's a great point right there.
Yeah,
like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And you live and die with your superstars making those decisions.
Good point.
But I think he did a better job of hitting the deep. Well, he had more opportunities to hit the deep ball. Like that pass to Odell was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. He had time to do it. It was a longer developing route. It was a thing of beauty, but he had multiple times to try to push the ball down the field. Like the play early in the game, like I think maybe the second drive, just missed Odell. So the more opportunities he get, I think the better he'll get at them. And you ain't got to hit but 2 or 3 of them, because if he hit that first to Odell, that's a touchdown.
I want to say this too, Coach, and I was talking about this with Zay. Like, everybody looks at the completion of the long pass, right? Oh, he didn't complete it. Yeah, he didn't complete it. But one of those plays, the corner just made a great play.
Yeah.
Other than that,
on Bateman's fault. On Bateman's fault.
Yeah.
He made a great play. Other than that, that's probably a touchdown. So you got to take that into consideration too. They get paid to play defense as well. So it's there, it's getting there. Like Coach has been saying, like, man, you just got to take that shot and see what you get. And he seemed to take it more often last week, but they dude just made a great play on the ball. So you got to take that into consideration. Just because it's not completed doesn't mean that he overthrew him. It was a bad pass. Sometimes a defender makes a good play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was on the ball of Bateman. And like somebody said earlier, Bateman been winning. He won that route.
Yeah.
For me, with Lamar, I just want him to be smarter. Like, just don't put yourself in unnecessary situations. Like if it's 3rd and long, and you 2 steps from the chalk going out of bounds, just throw it away. Like, don't wait till the last minute and let these dudes get a shot at you. Like, that's not smart. Like, and then also with Monken, if you see he's hobbling, don't call
a fucking draw.
A QB keeper. Like, come on, like that's not smart. Like, that's not smart from Lamar. That's not smart from Monken. Like, come on, like you got to protect this dude. Yeah, November's nice. Yeah, the record is nice, but they need him for the playoffs. That they haven't had him down the stretch. They haven't had him for the playoffs. So now is the time to be smart on all sides. Coaching, play calling, Lamar's side, O-line, like everybody has to be smarter with this. Like it's about getting 8 to the playoffs, because if 8 is in the playoffs, all bets are off. They almost beat the Bengals with Tyler Huntley.
Yeah. So, Agent E said he sent you that in text message. He said check your phone. But yeah, the thing is, we need to survive. He needs to survive. Burrow's out. Deshaun's out. We can give a rat's butt about Lil Hands. Survive the North, Lamar. Survive.
Yes.
Survive the North. Get into the dance. I think we got what it takes to do what we need to do in the playoffs. Well, we got to survive the regular season and potentially be one of the top seeds.
Oh yeah, because listen, I think honestly, it's us in Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only Kansas City because their defense has stepped up all season. If you're actually watching the game, this has been a trend for Patrick Mahomes this season. He's not playing well.
Right.
Like he's throwing interceptions in the end zone. He's making poor decisions. He's missing throws that he normally made. This, I think, is the year for us to take it over. And while me, Jose, and Brodney were watching the game and we saw Lamar go into the tent, we like, oh, not again. Here we go. But he came out, he got back in the game. And what does Todd Monken do?
Draw.
He runs him. Like, yo, like, come on. And you could tell something was wrong with him because Lamar was tripping over his own feet.
Yep.
And I'm going to say, listen, this offseason, doing the bye, Lamar needs to give us some baseball players and learn how to slide. Because them things was getting pretty damn ugly. But shout out to Lamar because this is the first game all season he did not have a turnover. So we need to continue with that.
Keep that trend, and we keep that trend, and we good. If we don't turn the ball over, we good.
Yep.
If we don't turn, I don't think nobody can beat us if we don't turn the ball over.
Can we?
Despite the stupid play calling we have sometimes. Go ahead, Jose.
No, I'm saying, can we point out, because you're not going to hear it in mainstream media, nobody else is going to talk about it. Can we talk about the effect of Kansas City losing Eric Bieniemy?
Somebody need to do a video on that one.
Right.
Nobody wants to talk about
like a big deal, but
yeah, they're still a good team, obviously.
But and then quiet as kept, despite Washington being ass cheeks, Sam Howell's putting up numbers.
He's leading the league in passing yards. Mm-hmm. But Jose, Eric Bieniemy didn't call plays, and he had nothing to do with the offense.
Okay.
Yeah, Washington is like a no more Ron Rivera away from being a good team.
That's coming. That's coming. Who they play next week?
I don't know.
I'll
let you know in a second.
That's coming. I think old Riverboat. I think his time is.
And I hate to say it, I like Ron. They're playing. Wait, no, that's this week.
I do like Ron, but
yeah, my Google's faster than yours. They're playing the Cowboys Thursday.
Oh yeah, boy.
My Google's faster than brightness.
Yeah,
I don't like
this time.
I do not like puddle raft Ron. He's
canoe Ron.
Right.
Canoe
stream Ron.
They get smoked Thursday.
Not freshwater Ron.
Right.
They get smoked Thursday. Riverboat might as well stay on vacation.
Mike, they lost to Danny DeVito.
Dude that still stay at home and his mama fold his sheets.
He said, I know I got chicken cutlets waiting on me when I get home. What more could a man ask for? They said that man make $44,000 a week.
Sounds like good money to me.
I was thinking.
I'm saying.
Sign me up. Sign me up.
He said, I don't spend no money. He said, my childhood home is 12 minutes from Giants Stadium. I ain't going nowhere.
Sign me up.
Smart man. Stack that money.
Yeah, smart.
Facts.
He better be in that locker room stealing Saquon's gear. Put it on eBay.
He's like, yo, the meal's free over here.
Hey, because what's his name? What's his name? DeVito.
Yeah.
Yes,
DeVito's there for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, I didn't know he could throw the ball after that first game. When he threw that touchdown pass on Sunday, I was like, wait, did he throw that? Or did Saquon drop back and throw that? Because I ain't know bro can throw the ball.
Yeah.
He did.
They sacked that dude 9 times.
Jeez.
Here's what it is. So, all right, fellas. That's offense. That's defense. As far as I'm concerned, like we handled our business. I think we would have won that game had Joe played or not. Had Joe finished the game or not. I think our defense is a lot better than their offense. I think what Mike brings to the table defensively is better than what they do offense. I think he just has their number for some strange reason. And unless an observant amount of defensive guys go down, I think Mike has their number. We have 10 days off. I think we'll do what needs to be done versus the Chargers. Now, I don't think we'll blow the Chargers out because the Chargers are going to score points. The Chargers score on everybody. They're decent offensively. But I don't think Justin Herbert will give the ball up. So I think they're going to score. Keenan Allen is still top 5, top 10 receiver. Had another 100-yard game. Austin Eckler is a stat sheet stuffer. So they're going to score points. But Justin Herbert will give us the ball.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to do what we need to do on offense, to score our points. So, will it be a blowout? Probably not. We probably have another one of those stressful games where we pissed off and then end up winning at the end. But
I'm not even gonna make a prediction because these are the games that we lose, and they have enough talent to do it. Like that's the scary thing about
they do have talent.
Like they're a bad team. They have all the talent in the world, Joe.
They do have talent.
So the interesting thing about this game is, due to the holiday, I'm wondering when they'll travel, right? I feel like if the holiday wasn't this week, they might have traveled Thursday to get out west, a day earlier than usual.
They'll probably travel Friday.
So Friday, looking at Friday. So, you know how they say about those West Coast trips and how they're
probably go Friday. Yeah. I can see them going Friday morning.
It's
Friday
too,
afternoon.
Right?
It's Sunday night.
Yeah.
Well, one good thing is Joey Bosa's not going to be there.
Yeah.
So that's a positive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that defense is doodle even with him.
Yeah. Brandon Staley came out and said, "I'm calling the defense. It's on me now."
Then he been calling it, ain't it?
I thought he was
with his little pencil neck. Yeah, he was out there getting all angry.
Somebody said when he said that, somebody said the defensive coordinator was like, "Good, thank you."
Right.
Oh, Pat just missed another one.
Didn't he?
I'm gonna play behind. I just saw Pacheco run, so I see it. But while I'm waiting on that play to come up,
it looked like he was like this, like he was like get taller.
Right.
While I'm waiting on that play to come up, Chris, deep cover pod. What y'all got going on, man? What's the haps on the craps?
I mean, we still just waiting in the wings, waiting for our time to shine.
Gotcha.
So
y'all Tylen Wallace.
Yeah. So once that time comes, y'all will know immediately. But until then, you can follow me on Twitter at Chris Just Joking, and maybe I'll post something after the game. As far as prospects are concerned, I've been working on for a while on offensive guards and offensive tackles, and I think I got like my top 6 for each of those positions as far as prospects are concerned. So I'll be dropping something maybe after the Sunday night game.
Gotcha. Mike?
Yeah, man. Host of Open Mic with OTR Mike. Got a couple episodes up, new episodes. Go over there, check it out, subscribe if you have not. I will get an episode out this week. Holiday time. Your boy started coaching basketball again. I don't know what I was thinking.
Mike, I'm glad you said that. I had someone want to run by you.
All right.
So I saw a video of guys working on things they do in the lane, like the the 2-step when you go over a defender, or the cover the ball up when you go through the lane and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking to myself, these little kids, sorry, because when I hooped, that stuff was natural to me.
Yeah,
I just knew, like, I'm not like on the top of my brain, I knew to do that, or I ain't work on that stuff. I just did.
Yeah, bro. That's why I'm so tired right now, because like you got to teach these. Well, we coaching JV high school, and you got to teach them literally everything. So it's like, yeah,
they don't play outside like they used to.
No, they don't.
Nah. And the way they play outside, it's like playing what's that? It's like playing NBA Jam. Or what's the game where you could punch? What was the game that you could
Arch Rivals?
Arch Rivals. It's like they play like Arch Rivals. So because of that, I didn't get an episode out today, but it will be one out this week. I promise you. But in the meantime, as I said, go over there, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button on some of the videos, hit that bell so you can be notified when it comes out. I am also 1/3 of Ring Kings podcast with Jose and Brodney. It's just the best boxing podcast on YouTube. Our pound for pound list is currently up. I don't know with the holiday going on this week if we'll be able to record this weekend, but there is a big fight coming on Saturday. So we may or may not live stream for that or do a video for that, but you'll hear from Ring Kings podcast. So go over there if you want your boxing fixed and hit that subscribe button and like button and the bell so you'll be notified for that.
And the link to all of those descriptions are in the link for those channels are in the description. I always mess that up. Hendo.
Yes, sir. You can find me at the Rogue Pod on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. I do a live show every Sunday evening at 8 p.m. or sometimes after the Ravens games. I also drop videos throughout the week. More will be coming, especially when they remonetize my channel. Also, you can find me on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. with my man, Mr. Galloway, on Electric Relaxation with Mr. Galloway, talking all hip-hop. And tomorrow night, we will be interviewing none other than Coach Evans himself.
Hey,
yes, sir. Also,
in.
Yeah, make sure you tune in, like and subscribe. Also, my new channel, Awesome, new name coming later. Just dropped a new episode. Make sure you go like and subscribe. We got goals. Jose tells you this all the time. We all on the screen have goals over here that we're trying to meet by the end of the year, and we need your help, and we would greatly appreciate all of
it. Hey, Hendo.
Yes, sir.
You dropped a picture that spoke volumes this weekend. Talk about it. While we got 100 whatever people we got here.
Oh, the picture where I was like, listen, they need to treat family and friends need to treat us like they treat celebrities. It's to me, and even in my own household, like I already knew, and we all know from friends and family, they don't support us like we think they should. And to me personally, if you don't want to support me, you ain't got to support me. My kids, nobody. But when I walk through the house or when I get a phone call from my brother or somebody and they like, yo, these people on YouTube popping. Or I'm looking and I'm like, yo, what you looking at? Oh, these people on YouTube. And I can show you my phone every day. I'm getting videos sent from other YouTubers. And I'm sitting here like, well, I do YouTube too. And they just like, yeah, whatever. So, but I know you. Ugh. So, it's just saying treat the people that you know the same way that you support these celebrities, because they have a bunch of support no matter what you do, and you can continue to support them. I'm not down on that. It's just that the people that you know and care about, why are you not doing the same for them? People tend to do more for strangers than they do for the people that they know, because unfortunately, just the way that we're wired, we don't want to see people we know succeed before we do. So, that's all that was.
Hendo, what they always say? Hey. Yeah, oh, you got your little channel. I forgot.
Listen, that's it. And I tell you, I don't give a damn what anybody talks about. I don't care if they talking to me. I don't care if they talking to a stranger. If I hear anybody say somebody, oh, you got your little store, don't demean what they're doing because you were too afraid to go out there and do it yourself.
Yep.
Nobody's stuff is little. I don't care how big, how much you sell, how much money you getting from it, how much celebrity you have. Nothing's little, because they actually took that opportunity or that chance to go beyond themselves and go try it. Right. So just don't stop demeaning people for doing something you ain't want to do or you couldn't do.
Thanks. But we need to do a wellness check on Agent E.
Oh, he walked that back already. You know, Agent. He a little contrarian. He gotta throw his little things out there, but he realized he overstepped this time.
Oh, okay, my bad. When I put it up there, when you roll up and the chat stopped going when you stop the thing, so I didn't see
right.
Hey, next time to say you got hacked. My bad, y'all, I got
hacked. Damn kids.
My bad. Jose B.
Yes, all right. We are the Lunch Break Hot Take. We do a live show every Wednesday night at 7:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Not this Wednesday, though. This Wednesday, it will be a pre-recorded show, but it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a good time, and it'll be a premiere, so you'll be able to participate in the chat. You might even see us pop up in there and comment on it. But yes, it's not a live show this week. Okay, it's gonna be the pre-Thanksgiving episode. But still check it out. Also, overtime show. Not sure if we're doing that or not. We don't usually do that. B shaking his head, but we might have something for you. But anyway, yes. So when can I send in my questions? You can send it. You can still send it in.
That's a fantastic question, Jay. Don't send in any questions. Send in cash apps for me to have souvenir money for my trip to Japan.
You still send your questions
in lieu of questions.
When do you leave, B?
I'm leaving on the 29th of November.
Oh man,
20 who?
Next Wednesday.
Yes,
next Wednesday.
So
you got can I fit in the bag?
I'm gonna just say Hashi-tashi to you, brother.
Hashi-tashi. Hey, that was a classic Martin episode right there, boy.
But yeah, still sending your questions, Jay. You can send them anywhere. In fact, at LBHT Show, that's where you can find us on social media everywhere. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, at LBHT Show. Also, you can email us, lbhtshow@gmail.com.
B?
Let me check, Julian. I believe so.
Yeah.
I think we
however you want to get us money, we'll get that set up too.
Wow, Jay, really?
What'd Jay say?
Well, listen, Jay, we'll do it like this. Jay. Japan for Brodney.
Thank you.
And
you are more
Apple VR for me.
You are more than welcome, Yolanda. More than welcome. I appreciate you,
Yolanda B.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Handle your business, B. We gotta make sure B handle his business.
Well, it appears that we do have a Venmo. I'm trying to log in, but it's taking.
You can send it to my Venmo, and I can make sure those that's what we need to do.
It's like it's both ours.
Right.
He was keeping it in his account.
Mike just use it on weekdays.
He'll take his 15% processing fee.
Oh, that's cold blooded right there. That's cold.
I'll make sure those brothers get it.
Okay, you and Julian need to work that out. So the last thing, and we gone. Be the last thing we gone. Not really sure how y'all do y'all traditional Thanksgiving or however you do it. But what one food, chat box and panel, what one food are you looking forward to Thursday?
Mac and cheese.
2 mac and cheeses.
I want island stuffing. I know we're not gonna get it.
What's island stuffing?
So our family's from the Virgin Islands. Mm-hmm. And it's this it's basically like mashed potatoes, and they put seasoning and tomato sauce in it. And they also put raisins in it, and they bake it. It's very good. It's very good. And I only get it around the holidays. Like I have to call my sister to see if she's gonna make some. If not, then I'm asked out.
Let's see. So for me, it would have to be, I guess I had to get around to making some vegan potato salad.
Oh my God.
Listen. So listen, y'all saying that it tastes like the real thing. It tastes like the real thing. I have vegan mayonnaise. It tastes like mayonnaise. It does. The only thing that's different is instead of me using eggs, I have to use Indian salt. Indian salt smells
different. Indian salt taste and consistency.
It's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. You would never know the difference.
Oh, okay.
Mine is candy yams. My mom make candy yams, so yeah, I'm next week when we record, I'm gonna be about 15 pounds heavier.
I'm with you, Chris. I'm lying. I ain't with you. It's dressing. I'm a dressing dude. I love me some dressing.
I'll say a close second. My mother-in-law's collard greens. Somebody bless them hands for that, because
hey, Mike, I don't even eat greens.
Really?
And
you're Mississippian. You're Southern
Mississippian. I don't eat greens. I eat cabbage, but I don't eat mustards or collards.
What's that?
Look, you got to try
greens. What are they?
You got to try my mother-in-law's, man. I
we gotta come back. That sound like an invitation.
You gotta come back, bro.
Like an invitation.
I just went to, so there's a farm not that far from here, and they sold it fresh. I just bought a case of them joints.
And I do have an announcement to make that yes, we do in fact have a Venmo. It is at LBHT Show.
Of course.
Appreciate it.
Julian at LBHT Show.
Kelsey missing Taylor Swift.
She there?
Is she?
Yeah, she there. She flew from South America.
She can't be there with him playing like this.
She's there.
He got a touchdown.
Man, I mean,
If this Taylor Swift thing works out for him, man, this might be his last year.
yeah.
It's a reason he got. It's a reason he got all these commercials.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was a dumb play.
I just do it that way. Okay. All right. So now I got it. Streamlabs are unable to find, but I figured it out. So hey, y'all can find me here. Y'all can find me here. You know where to find me, and you can also find me for the streets at More Sip the Talent, which I'll be putting out stuff over there. Got a video premiering tomorrow about I think it's Jordan Love and his little resurgence. So I'll be talking about that. I'm also going to be doing a video on Michael Parsons and also a video on, I can't pronounce this dude's name, plays for Cleveland.
Thank you, Julian. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
On him, on his 4 tackles and his TFL. So that's what I'll be working on More Sip the Talent for the rest of this week. And I will not be doing anything Thursday and maybe not Friday either. So I'm going to get all this squeezed in between now and Wednesday. And again, you tune in tomorrow, Electric Relaxation. I'll be interviewed by Hendo and Mr. Galloway, and it will be a great time. I saw the questions, and it seems like it's going to be fun. So make sure you tune in for that, and you'll get to see a side of me that you don't see. I probably won't be talking about much about sports. It'll be music and life. So I look forward to it, man. Look forward to it. 8 p.m., right, Hendo? That right?
Yes, sir. 8 p.m.
8 p.m. Eastern time, and y'all make sure y'all tune in for that. And that's all I got. Y'all got any parting words?
Have a safe holiday. Yeah, safe and happy holidays.
Hey, happy Thanksgiving to you all, and enjoy this fourth quarter. And hey, man, tell somebody you love them, and mend some kind of relationship that ain't that serious. Go mend it,
and don't eat too much meat.
Yeah,
that was unnecessary.
And get you some yams on Thanksgiving and after
some
Thanksgiving.
Yams.
Yeah.
Let me
get now.
Get them glazed yams.
I suggest everybody to follow Chris' advice.
Yeah.
If you ain't never followed no advice or nothing we talk about on here, Chris ain't never said true words.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, we're gonna end the show on your words. Chris, say it one more time.
Get some yams on Thanksgiving and after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, buddy.
And on that note,
brown sugar.